The wealthy have been observed to make more and more progress through time relative to the average person. They are getting more and richer every day. I'm sure you've pondered what they're doing for a considerable amount of time. What do they understand that I do not? So you're in luck today. I'm going to tell you all about the strict financial guidelines followed by the wealthy, and I'm confident that it will quickly alter your outlook on money for the better. Number 1. Develop a variety of sources of income. Having a single source of income can cause you to get financially stuck. What happens if you get sick and need to take time off work? Or what if you lose your job? Your expenditures will also be severely constrained in addition to the financial loss. But only those who are wealthy are aware of this. In reality, I am not aware of any wealthy man who had just one source of income. They run multiple businesses for the most part. Some people have invested in industries that could be lucrative. In addition, some people may make money in other ways, including through their normal wage and other sources like making lectures or serving on business boards. They can maintain their income pouring in by using any of these methods. You'll stay ahead of your financial pressures if you have several sources of income. Rule number 2. Put more effort into accumulating riches than making yourself appear wealthy. The biggest error people make when trying to resemble the wealthy is purchasing pricey stuff, a large house, cars, and clothing. Although the wealthy do own the best of the best, purchasing flashy items is not their primary concern. The wealthy consider the larger picture and perceive all significant expenditures as investments. First, they make sure that they have an adequate nest egg and have saved enough money for the future. Avoid the trap of spending a lot of money on goods only to look good. Focus on the latter. There is a significant difference between appearing wealthy and truly being wealthy. Spend money on yourself first, then go on shopping binges. Rule number 3. Use credit cards as a tool. Did you know that those who are wealthy don't fear taking on debt? They make better use of debt than the typical Joe. Instead of using credit cards to pay for vacations or groceries, they would rather use debt to increase their wealth. When they purchase a home to rent, it is a wonderful example. Even though it can seem like a large risk, if you figure out how much money you'll be making each month, you'll probably be able to pay it back in a year or two. In reality, by raising your income, you will have increased your net worth. It's a very sound strategy in my opinion. The key idea is to take a loan and climb the corporate ladder rather than waiting for money to flow in. Take your time learning how debt may be used to your advantage and develop a strategy you can all stick to. Rule number 4. Place prudent bets. The worst thing you can do when it comes to investing is to follow someone else's investment advice blindly. If there is one thing you can learn from the wealthy, it is that you should always do your research. They always conduct thorough investigation and, if necessary, seek professional advice. Making decisions without adequate information, particularly financial ones, is a prescription for disaster. When you see investing as an additional source of income, it becomes clear why it is so important for your financial path. This is why you should avoid investing in get-rich-quick scams and stick to what you are familiar with. Get in touch with a professional so they can assess your goals and budget and provide a roadmap for you to follow. Rule number 5. Take advantage of tax breaks. Tax benefits are frequently used by the wealthy. It is not illegal to behave within the law to minimize taxes, even if they occasionally get a poor rap for it. The tax code is open to everyone, not just the wealthy. Everyone should be aware of the possible tax benefits of maximizing their tax advantage, investing each year, as well as the tax benefits of selecting their investment accounts prudently. The good news is that most people can follow these rules without too much difficulty. You'll be one step closer to the wealthy version of you once you begin to follow them. Rule number 6. Goals must match spending. Making sure that your spending is in line with your objectives is the greatest method to maintain your wealth. Actually, setting goals will help you set spending restrictions so you don't stray from your plan. The wealthy understands everything. They are clear about their financial goals. This can mean preserving a certain way of life or possibly passing their fortune onto the next generation. Because of this, it's extremely uncommon to find them wasting resources. Even throwing away extra staple pins is a waste to the wealthy. How many extra pins would be left behind at the end of the year? Think about it. Numerous hundreds, if not more. Rich people are continually focused on making purchases that will increase their money, either directly or indirectly. They constantly try to stay away from things that have no significance for their lives because of this. It's time for you to start investing in things that really count. Rule number 7. Abundant liquid assets. How much do you have set aside in your bank account just in case a pandemic strikes right now? Financial experts advise that a solid emergency fund should be sufficient to cover 6 to 12 months worth of living expenditures. The wealthy have made sure that they have resources to get them through these trying times. They make certain that they have adequate cash or liquid assets to cover their immediate needs. Everybody has to put money aside for an emergency fund that can last 6 to 9 months. However, you are not need to save that much cash at once. Number 8. It's vital to work with advisors. Rich people surround themselves with competent legal, financial, and tax professionals. They cherish these three individuals as their closest pals. The truth is that the wealthy don't try to do everything themselves. In reality, nobody possesses the ability. If we had to manage every aspect of money, we would become exhausted. If you want to increase your chances of becoming wealthy, consulting an advisor is not something you must do if you are already affluent. It's crucial to avoid settling for a professional with less experience simply because their fees are less expensive. Never forget that inexpensive usually costs more. If you want to avoid squandering money on incorrect advice, which happens regularly, you should choose the greatest advisor you can afford. Make sure they have all the necessary characteristics before purchasing one by doing some research first. The risk that you may lose money due to someone else's incapacity, poor judgment, or lack of morals may be reduced as a result of this. Rule number 9. Make charitable donations. Rich people are aware that contributing to charities help both the world and their own financial circumstances. A fantastic approach to decrease the effect of taxes is to donate to charities. This is a wealthy person's secret that anyone can use. Whether you donate clothes to Goodwill or send a check to your favorite charity, keep your receipts and include them in your tax return or your charitable deduction. These simple, affordable funds are provided by investment firms, and when you make a deposit into the account, you can claim a tax benefit. After that, you can donate on your terms. In the end, you wind up being even wealthy. Rule number 10. Use time, not timing. This puzzles many. They prefer good timing over time itself. Example, tomorrow's stock market is impossible to predict. Rich people know this and don't day trade. Successful investing is more about time than timing. Most individuals believe the key to stock market prosperity is market prediction. Affluent people know that patience and compound returns are key to growing wealth. Contrary to popular assumption, affluent investors follow a buy and hold strategy, withstand market swings, and shun speculative investments. Rule number 11. Write it down. How often have you neglected a long-planned task? We sometimes overlook little facts that cause more harm. Having a concept on paper prevents failure. Rich people believe their wealth is their success. They wrote down their goals and plans to achieve success. Many neglect this step because it seems straightforward and simple. Ignoring this stage makes people forget the task, further delaying success. Writing makes them real. You might make a to-do list to stay organized. So, write out your goals. These are some of the money rules that only the rich know. Now act on it and you'll master money management in no time. Thanks for viewing, and please comment and like if any of these tips helped you. Goodbye and good luck.